Well, for the first time ever, Georges St Pierre is going to have his very first ever speaking engagement, and he is making a stop in Toronto. He joins us now along with his good friend, Justin Kingsley. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
All right, so I'm excited that you're doing this speaking engagement because I've always said you can learn the best from athletes. And this was a really new idea for you. Why did you want to do this?
Well, we live in a world where it's dominated by social media. And I'm a good old-fashioned guy. I like to have contact with my fan base in person. So the people there will have a chance to ask questions, and it's going to be more human. And we'll have a chance to talk about things that we couldn't talk about because I was busy competing at the time. Inside fight stories, stuff like that, personal things. So we're going to touch upon all those things at the same time.
I think a lot of your fans know you for, your fighting, all the wins, and very few losses. But there's a personal side to you as well. So are you going to dive a little bit more into that?
Absolutely. When I was competing, you never want to show your vulnerable side because it's important. It's a very egotistic industry. You want to be tough. You want to look strong. And now my friend Justin's going to try to expose that side of me. Even perhaps going to try to make me cry. Hopefully he's not going to succeed, but we have a good chemistry. He's a good friend of mine, so it's going to be a fun night.
Justin, you're the moderator for this speaking engagement. I always say it's best to have your friend, because you're right. You'll be able to touch upon those.
Everything. I know all the dirty stuff, the backstories. I was there late at night or early mornings. I know.
Okay.
I'm taking him down.
You're taking him down. Is there something that we don't know about GSP?
Oh, there's actually a lot. Okay. What he just said to you was something when we started working together 15 years ago, because I was running a marketing agency in those days, and then I became his biographer. But he said, my private life is very important for me to keep private. So the greatest accomplishments of the first 10 years of working together was keeping that stuff secret, private. But now when people hear what he's got to say about his family life, about his youth, some of the things that happened in the teenage years, even recently last week, I'm talking about something that's in our book, The Way of the Fight. And then he explained what actually happened. And I'm like, I'm your biographer. You were supposed to tell me this back then. But so we're going to go deep into there because I've always said to people, when you come in contact with Georges, you learn, you get better. He makes other people better. So we're going to try to get that out, but also go into the deep personal side. We have a bet that I can get a tear out of the
Really?
It won't happen.
Is there one thing you can share with our audience now that maybe they didn't know about you, or a little story that may surprise viewers?
Well, there's a lot of things, but when you're when you're competing in mixed martial art, it's the art of war, and it's like when you play a card, you don't want to show your hand, you don't want to show your vulnerability, and that's for that reason I never expose these things. My personal life, my family is the thing that for me is the most precious, is the thing that I'm the most proud of. It's not my trophy, my belt, but at the same time, because it's the most precious, I kept it hidden from my opponent, from the public, because they could use that as a weakness to try to get to me.
Right.
And when you fight, you don't want to be emotional. You want to focus only on the objective, to not derail from your goal.
Justin, what kind of person is Georges outside of the ring?
The most curious person I've ever met in my life.
Right.
Honest to goodness. All we do, like it's always new subjects, new topics. And so he's interested in these things, and then he starts researching. And I mean, I'm a nerd. I write books. I read books. And so it's just he's never stopped. That's the thing that people have trouble understanding. He became a champion. Did he settle? No. I need new things in my arsenal to learn. I need to improve my stand-up or whatever. Well, now, post-career, it's the same thing. But it's intermittent fasting, it's healthcare, it's how you eat, how you treat your body, motivation. We're gonna talk about motivation. We're gonna talk about some of the mental exercises that he never talked about that still continue. So it's a cycle of constant learning. Which, I mean, how many people do we know keep going when they could? I mean, this man could retire, could live a very easy, simple life. No, he's kept going at it, and so I want to share that. I think it's an inspiration for, especially at this time for our country. We need examples of great Canadians who do great things. Sorry, buddy, don't listen to this part. I hate saying all this nice stuff because he's my pal, but you know what I mean? We need examples like this. So that's what we want to bring out.
And I never liked to fight. I did it to propel myself where I wanted to be in life. And I used different tricks to how I could hypnotize myself in order to have the mindset to do the job and to be focusing on the performance. And I think it's something that everybody can learn and apply in their own field.
I've always said the best way to learn from somebody is an athlete, because to go through that training and the mental toughness, you can't learn that from anybody else but like an elite athlete like yourself. So I'm so glad you're doing the speaking tour. If people want more information and tickets, it takes place September 29th at Merdian Hall. Go to ticketmaster.ca for tickets and follow GSP on social media. What would you like to say to our viewers as we say goodbye?
Well, it's in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm excited. It's going to be an event in Toronto, and the reason why I'm doing it in Toronto is I always had great support here. I fought in the Rogers Centers in front more than 50,000 people, and that's why we wanted to kick off this tour with Toronto.
The instinct of a champion right here. GSP and Justin, thank you so much.